They do say that if you put three geos together, you're going to get three different ideas, right?
Or at least maybe more.
But let's get into the meaty stuff. You know, your site well, obviously that's your main project now. I mean, I saw your presentation at the RIU recently, and I was because as I said, you know, I was trying to chase you guys, but back then you didn't have that major story. But can you tell us about Sitewell?
Yeah, and to be perfectly honest, we didn't know immediately that Sidewell had such a potential. We were looking at it. It was during the depths of COVID in 2020. My exploration manager Dan Doran and I were basically locked in the office. You know, everything was shut down. We couldn't work on our remote projects because they were closed off. So we spent 2 or 3 months on the internet just on WAMEX reviewing projects, looking at what might be available. We came up with Sidewell fairly quickly because it was held by our existing joint venture partner, Scott Wilson. And then we looked at it and he sent us the data that he had and we collated everything off WAMEX and it kind of looked interesting. And we thought, you know, maybe. So we put it to one side and then we kept looking for another month or so and then came back to Sidewell and I took it to the board and Greg said, you know, yeah, I think this is worth looking at. So we did a joint venture deal and when we got on the ground we immediately realised, you know, quite deep weathering is actually a fairly technical challenge just targeting RC drilling there. So we spent about 6 months doing air core drilling, just building up a targeting model using multi-element chemistry. And then in early 2021 our second RC hole intersected, I think it was 5 metres at 31, so it was, you know, a spectacular success, but it did take us a long time and a lot of science to get to that point. So as with anything in exploration, you can be the smartest geo in the room, but you've also got to be lucky. So there was definitely an element of luck in the fact that we agreed to pick up that project and that we were in the right place.